good news for everybody. So you can have some optimism and hope for your day. Federal probe into Hunter Biden has reached a critical juncture, and investigators are weighing possible charges. So, I don't know, crack your beers, order your pizzas, get your wings, have a celebration, kick back. Nothing's happened yet, but maybe Hunter Biden will actually be charged for being a criminal.
Do you guys think that's actually going to happen?
No.
I don't either. I'm sad.
But it's like sprinkling a little bit of hope in front of us.
It's so nice.
Maybe there's going to be some accountability.
I think what would happen even if he was, right? I mean, everybody's seen we literally have video footage. You know, it's kind of like that old...
I'd feel better.
You know, it's kind of like that old joke where they were like, I think Dave Chappelle's one that did it. He was like, how would you agree that it was R. Kelly actually did it? I'd have to have a video of his grandma pointing at him going, that's my baby. Like, there's countless videos of him doing coke, crack,
meth,
weapons, strippers.
The weighing meth video was like the funniest, where he's like, he's arguing with the hooker about how much meth he's got on his scale.
Was that meth or crack? I've heard both. Did you ever?
I'm pretty sure it was
it's
meth.
everything. It's probably everything.
A little bit of a lot.
Do you remember when Bush's daughters, like, it was a big scandal because they were like buying alcohol underage, and now we have like Hunter Biden who's like with his hookers weighing his meth. Like, what a country, what a time.
And she's like, that's 20.7. He goes, it's 20.6.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's trying to rip him off.
You got to charge.
At least he's a negotiator.
You see was it the Babylon Bee that wrote inflation is so bad you can only buy 20? You know, it was like you can only buy 2.6 grams of crack from what used to be able to buy 20.6 or whatever. Yeah. I mean, if he gets charged, it gives me I go from having no faith in the government to having like 0.1% faith in the government.
Yeah, really? Will he throw his child under the bus to renegotiate faith?
I think this must be a crazy time to be his kids. I think one of his daughters is getting married. They're going to host her reception at the White House. Like, meanwhile, while she's planning that, we have like her dad's hooker and meth photos coming out.
The question is...
one of Hunter's daughters?
Yeah, one of Hunter's daughters is supposed to be getting married. I think it's one of the Biden granddaughters is going to have her reception at the White House, I assume, soon before he has to maybe leave office. But I think it's one of Hunter's daughters. And I just think, like, man, that's your dad.
Do you invite dad? Is he allowed to come to the wedding?
I don't know.
Definitely invite him. Video chat if he's in jail.
You know, like if you're Hunter, just word of the wise, a word from the wise Hunter, make sure your dad doesn't sniff your daughter.
Yeah. Does he get to bring a date is the question. Like, what lady hookers?
Allegedly.
He must.
Allegedly, Hunter calls his dad a pedo.
Mm-hmm. So, really?
That was
so it's allegedly.
Yeah, reading his text messages.
Leaked texts. He refers to his dad as Peter.
Which is honestly, like, if you think about it like that, then you almost kind of have to have, like, he almost becomes a sympathetic figure. Like, is he that Hunter? Messed up?
Yeah.
Because, you know.
I think Joe Biden abused Hunter.
Oh, for sure.
Like, how do you get a guy raised in a family that wealthy to turn out the way he did with hookers and all these drugs? Because his dad gropes and sniffs little kids publicly. What does he do with them in private?
He was probably vacant a lot, too, being a politician, working on the Hill. Like, he was always away at work. His son's mom and sister had died in the car accident when he was like 2. When Hunter was 2, he was in the car with them. So he lost his mom, he lost his sister. His brother actually died, Beau Biden, from cancer a while back, like a decade ago or something. So Hunter, I mean, what a broken environment just from a top-down observation looking at that family. Yeah. Now, then you add the personal stuff that he actually calls his dad allegedly Pedo Peter. You don't just joke around about your parents being pedophiles. I don't know people that joke around about their parents being pedophiles. I've never met somebody like that.
No,
he's not joking.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird that during, I think it must have been the 2020 Democratic National Convention, that they were highlighting all of his granddaughters really intensely. And then all of a sudden they're like, and his one grandson. They're like, we talk to grandpa every day, and like we do this. And like, you know, I obviously hope they have a very positive and healthy relationship with whoever in their lives, but like, they really, really focused on these girls, ignoring the fact that he had 2 sons. They didn't really talk about any of his actual kids. It's like they needed a fresh face because maybe everyone else like couldn't manage to swing a positive statement about Biden. It was just weird.
You're talking about Joe Hunter's daughters or Joe's?
So he has like 5 grandchildren, I think, and I think it's or maybe 4, but it's like 2 girls from Beau's marriage and then a boy and a girl from Hunter's marriage.
The Tara Reid complaints where she said he pushed her up against the wall and just basically sexually assaulted her in one of the buildings over there on at the Capitol, and like the way he grabs women, and I'm talking about Joe Biden, has on video like grabbed women and smelled them, and sometimes you see the girls recoil, like that one redhead girl was like recoiling from it. I mean, very overtly like making that face, like what is he doing kind of face.
And you can hear him going like, "Give me some of that sugar."
That's so nasty. It's so just. I mean, that hard grab, you know. I mean, that's like an old 1950s smack her when she's like, if you're angry, kind of.
Come on, man.
Weird life.
You got to give her a firm, open palm smack on the bottom.
The Tara Reid stuff has to be investigated. I mean, it was what her claims are so damning about what he did to her.
I mean, dude, look at the guy. There's websites dedicated to showing him sniffing and groping and just like it's abusive to children, you know.